The best part about Thanksgiving is the football. Welcome back to the Green Means Go channel. It's your host, me, and we are here today to break down the 3 Thanksgiving football games and the Black Friday NFL game between the Dolphins and the Jets. That is the first NFL Black Friday game that we have ever had, so I'm excited about that. I feel like there's always this awkward dead space between the Thursday football games and then college football Saturday, Friday. You just kind of feel after eating all day Thursday, and then you got leftovers, and the food wasn't that great the first time, so the leftovers certainly aren't great. I digress. I'm excited. Let's go. But before we go, this pumpkin pie candle here that you see behind me is about to be burnt out, and I said we're not getting a new one until we have 1,000 subscribers, and we're pushing 800, so I'm thankful for that. But if you are here and you are not subscribed, I don't even care if you turn off that notification bell. Just hit subscribe. Help me out. Unfortunately, these 3 games are all a touchdown or more difference in the spread, which means they may not be close and they may not be exciting, but we are used to that. If you've kept up with any of the primetime games, they've all been kind of a letdown. So we will start with the game in Detroit, and there's just something about Detroit on Thanksgiving. Last time they played the Green Bay Packers, they ran wild. David Montgomery had a massive day, and then he got hurt the next week. And then kind of Gibbs took over for that offense, and now they've come back, and they are both stronger than ever, I would say. The dynamic is perfect, and I just think that is troublesome for Green Bay, who did get a big win last week against the Chargers. I don't think that is the case this week. Again, the Lions, as of late, perform really, really well on Thanksgiving. So I do like the Lions to win this game, and I do like them to win by more than a touchdown. That is an average confidence pick. And again, this over-under is set at 47, which I think is a little too high, although I could see the Lions coming in and balling out and putting up 30 to 35 points, and in that case, maybe the over does hit. So I have the under as the play, but it is a low-confidence bet. So I just think this is a big day for the Lions, top to bottom. I think it's a big day for Gibbs and Montgomery, and these would be my picks. This game might be worse, but I think it should provide plenty of fireworks. We do have Washington, who their trend is to lose and to allow a ton of points. Coming into Dallas, whose trend is to win and to win big and to score a ton of points. So I think we could get points in this game. Washington is the 32nd team in points allowed, and if you do not know, there are 32 teams in the NFL, which means they are dead last. They just lost to the Giants at home, and they come to Dallas, who I would say this year has one of the biggest home field advantages in the National Football League. So you see it, my Green Means Go stamp of approval, extra most bestest. I don't typically love taking NFL teams by more than 2 scores. Because, NFL, any given day, these are professionals. They can come in and keep it close. But seeing what I've seen out of Dallas this year, as of late, and especially at home, I like them to win by more than 10.5 against the struggling Washington Commanders team, and I do like the over in this one as well. And finally, our nightcap game, the 8 o'clock game, is Seattle and San Francisco. The first time they have met this year. They will meet again in a few weeks. And kind of a tale of 2 teams. We had Seattle picking up their stride when San Francisco was on that losing streak. And now San Francisco looks like they're back on the horse, and Seattle is falling off, losing to the Rams last week. Geno Smith is injured, ? This opened up at 5.5. And I actually took San Francisco minus 5.5, and it ticked up to 7. Now, Geno Smith is questionable. Too many question marks. I actually cashed that bet out for profit, so I'm not feeling bad about that, but I just don't know how this game is going to look. I think San Francisco has benefited from an easy schedule, and when they've played good teams, they've lost. Now, I think Seattle is a good team, but I think there's too many question marks for this team. At the end of the day, I don't see a blowout, and that is why I have an average confidence pick on Seattle plus 7. Now, Seattle at home is not the same Seattle at home team that we've seen in years past. Their defense has looked better as of late, but they've struggled at home. I think this is a massive game, a massive spot for Seattle when it comes to their playoff hopes. A couple teams right on their heels in the wild card race. I don't think they're going to pass San Francisco for the NFC West, although if they beat them head-to-head twice, starting with this game, maybe they can. So I do like Seattle to keep it close. I'm hoping Geno plays, and I'm hoping that he is not hampered by that elbow injury. At the end of the day, if Drew Lock has to go, I have decent confidence enough in Drew Lock that he'll be able to keep it close as well. So over 42.5 at a very low confidence pick, and Seattle +7. And our Black Friday special, the Dolphins and the Jets. This game is at 3 o'clock Eastern, so not typically a time we see a kickoff regardless of the day. So kind of middle of the afternoon. And here is kind of some human psychology that I'm applying to this game, which may not be the best way to look at it, but I don't think Miami traveling during the holiday is a good fit for them. I think that they had a low scoring, I know they had a low scoring and one score game against the Raiders at home, okay, where they were 14-point favorites. And I came on here and I said, Raiders +14 every day and twice on Sunday. There's your proof right there, okay? And I was correct. I still think this Miami Dolphins team is overrated, and I think their defense is poor. And if you can have a defense that matches up with them and can stop Tyreek Hill and can stop their dual running backs, I think you keep the game close. And I think that's what the Jets will do. However, Tim Boyle is starting. This is their backup to the backup, right? Aaron Rodgers goes down, Zach Wilson comes in, and now they've declared Zach Wilson out. So now you're putting in a backup, technically third-string quarterback on a short week at home against a pretty soft defense. So that is the only positive. But I just don't think this Boyle start is great for this team. I think they're going to have to rely on their defense. And if they can stop Miami's run and they can stop Tyreek Hill, I think this game is relatively close. So my best bet of the week in terms of the totals is the under 41 in this game. I can see the Jets holding Miami to 21 to 24 points. And if that's the case, I don't think the Jets score enough to break that 41 total, and an average confidence bet of +10. We've seen the Jets play well at home, so a divisional matchup, those can always be wonky. That's what I'm taking for this Friday, Black Friday football game. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, enjoy your family as much as you can, and we will see you next time. I do make these videos every week, so if you're new here, you're just popping in for this video, check out, I'll link my full Sunday slate somewhere, you'll see it. All right, I'll finish out this week, and we will see you hopefully in that video.